The visa that became a chain. The job offer came with a promise. The promise came with conditions, and the conditions turned into chains. A lawsuit filed in federal court tells a story that's become too familiar in the visa economy. An H-1B worker, a skilled migrant brought to America on the promise of specialized employment, alleges forced labor at the hands of an Indian CEO. Not metaphorical pressure, forced labor. The kind where your immigration status becomes the lock on the door you can't open. The H-1B visa was designed to fill skill gaps American companies couldn't solve domestically. Tech workers, engineers, specialists. But the visa ties the worker to a single employer. Leave that employer, and the clock starts ticking. Stay too long without status, and deportation becomes the alternative to compliance. The lawsuit alleges the CEO exploited that dependency. Long hours, withheld wages, threats veiled as warnings. Speak up and you lose everything, not just a job, but the legal right to remain in the country, the worker's family, the life built in borrowed time. This isn't an isolated allegation. Advocacy groups have documented patterns of H-1B exploitation for years. Body shops that lease workers like equipment, employers who confiscate passports, companies that promise one salary but then deliver another one. The visa system creates a power imbalance so steep it's almost designed for abuse. The CEO denies the allegations. The case will move through courts, but the structural vulnerability remains written into immigration law itself. When survival depends on a single employer's signature, employment stops being voluntary. It becomes something else, something much older. The H-1B was supposed to attract global talent. Instead, in too many cases, it's become a tool of control. This isn't about immigration policy debates. It's about leverage. And when one side holds all of it, calling the arrangement employment becomes a courtesy extended by those who benefit. Somewhere tonight, an H-1B worker is calculating risk. Should I report this? Should I stay quiet? The recruiter who placed them doesn't know. The hiring manager who approved the rec doesn't see it. But the worker feels it every day. The difference between a job you can leave and a job that can leave you stranded. To keep up with what's happening now and what's happening next in the world of work, subscribe to my newsletter, The Recruiting Life, over at jimstroud.com. Because the visa was supposed to unlock opportunity. But when the key is held by someone else, a door can become a cage. It is